The first house of interest is literally the first house. This house is your physical body. It's your it can be a great many things. It's also your attitude, how you are making your way in the world, your personal independence. So how you meet the world, what you present to the world. So what you're presenting, and what you're busy, how you're wanting to move yourself forward, but it's also what you're projecting to others. So what others will see when they see you. But it's very much your physical body, your vitality, your life force, your energy, your chi, if you want to call it that. It's also, your sort of own interests, your self-oriented interests to do with yourself and your body, So it's also your characteristics and your personality, whatever it is that you're projecting outwards, what other people will see. So with this aspect, this is one of the first areas of interest for you, and the astrological guidance you have underneath is Grand Cross Provoker. Now you had the same 2 cards that came out last month for the month of May, and so it looks like various areas that you've been working on for that month are going to carry on into June. And so you'll just have to keep working on whatever it is that came up for you. The Grand Cross is always about a lot of tension, a lot of pressure being applied from all different angles, but they're all hard angles. So it's a great deal of pressure sort of bearing down on you from different areas. So that creates pressure from different areas, which are not necessarily cohesive. So they're not harmonious to each other. So you will feel like you've got things coming at you constantly from all different angles. So it can be frustrating. It can make you a bit irritated and sort of overwhelmed. But it can also, the whole point of this is it's actually a catalyst for change. It's a catalyst to move you forward. So the pressure is applied, and how you handle the pressure is really going to be all important. So you will have already had this in the month that we've already been in. So now this is going to carry over. So what you need to do is you actually need to, as I said before, you need to focus on your top priorities, because you're going to have a lot of priorities. You're going to have a lot of things that you need to be doing. You're going to have a lot of things that you're juggling all at once. They're all important, but you have to prioritize one step at a time or one day at a time, what it is that needs to be done right now, and then do that. So it's time constraints. It's honing in on what is most important in the moment, or what you can do today and what you can put off for tomorrow, and so on. So it's time management, limitation, putting structures in place which perhaps you need refinement, this kind of thing. And what it does is it forces you to use all your skills and your abilities at once. So you're going to be doing a lot of juggling. In some cases, the frustration comes in when you feel like you're not actually making progress. It's almost like walking through treacle. But everything is purposeful. Always remember that. So whatever it is that's coming at you, just work through it systematically. The point of this card is to build up inner strength and stamina. So it's building up your stamina, because from this platform that you're going to be busy with, all the things that you're going to be doing, you're going to build something really good. But it's coming at you all at once. And don't doubt that you can't handle it, because you can. So it's just a case of prioritizing, managing your time very well, and also asking others for assistance or communicating what it is you require, what you need. Communication is going to be important, and to try and sort of keep the frustration and the irritation at bay while you get this work done, while you put into place all the things that you need to do. So it's a very, very important foundation phase for you, because there's great potential for success from this, and it's just that sort of birthing phase that you're going through, which is going to push you forward. It just feels very difficult at the time, but it can also be you can be making lots of progress at the same time. So it's all about how you're going to handle handle all the details really, and how you're going to manage the details and your time through limitation, because there will be limitations placed on you as well, because it's quite lots of hard angles coming at you, lots of pressure, and so juggling, and it's the juggling that you're doing. So limit the amount of juggling that you're doing. Home in on your priorities at this time. And to back that up, we have the goddess guidance, which says, Diana, focused intention, keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. So this is what it's leading you to do. So what you need to do is need to pull back your bow now and strike for the areas that are most important for you, or it could be one overall objective which you're trying to get to. It's all about that, but its focused intention is really, really powerful, very, very powerful. And it's also about not listening to the naysayers and the skeptics and all the negativity. It could be your own, it could also be your own negativity, which is coming up at this time as well. So this can be ego-based. It could be from other people, but it can also be your own ego or your own self-talk. So ignore all that. Focus on your objectives, prioritize, and just go for it. And just keep moving forward to those goals that you're setting for yourself. She's very good at that. She's very good at drawing back her bow. She sets her sight on that, and that's where her focused intention goes. So it's all about that. But stay positive, and the universe will support you. But you must stay positive and just work steadily towards what you need to do. Do only what you can in the moment, and then prioritize the rest till the next phase of doing. And you will meet your targets. And going hand in hand with that, we have the sixth house. Sixth house is the house of, yes, it is routine, but it's it's specifically your work routines and your daily routines. So that can be around your actual workplace, work colleagues, work projects. It can also be mastery of your craft, whatever your craft may be. It could be anything. And it's getting to grips with all of that, whatever you may be working on in this moment, whether you're working from home or in some other kind of environment. If you're an essential worker, you may be in the workplace. So just see how all that plays out for you. But it's your whole work environment, the people you're with, and so on. It's also very much about your health, your diet, and your well-being. And I feel that is possibly the main focus for this month, because there's so much going on, and your body is going to be taking all of that. Your inner self, your outer self, your vitality, your life force is really going to be tested. So this is going to come in. It's going to be important. It's also the house of pets as well. So you may be needing to just spend a bit of time with your pets at this time, because they will bring support in for you, whether it's emotional or psychic support, whatever is their place in your life. So all of those aspects come in with the sixth house. So now underneath you have a lovely card, beautiful card, the Sun card. You really can't go wrong with this card. If you're asking a question or you're needing to do something at this time, this is the yes card. Yes, it's the green light card, go for it card. It's also the card of leadership and stepping into a leadership role. It's also the influence card. So you may be having a lot of influence at this time, or you may be called upon to step into a role or some kind of position which will then make you extremely influential. So this could be thrust on you. You may not expect it, or it could be something that you've kind of been skirting around the edges, and now you get into the limelight for some reason. Somebody could notice you at this time, or it could be that you just have to step in and take control of something, or make a leadership statement, and therefore now you become noticed. But suddenly you're in the spotlight. It's all about that. Try not to be too arrogant or prideful. Get organized and be humble. And also don't shut down when this happens to you, because not a lot of us are used to being in the limelight. Some of us are not. And people react differently when they're suddenly in the limelight. So keep your cool, speak your truth, and pull on your great reserves of energy and your leadership skills in whatever environment it may be, to lead. It can also be that a lot of creativity and optimism is coming in for you, especially if you've got a work project, or it could be to do with your health. You could be feeling really confident. You could be very charismatic at this time. It's a very, very good card. It's a very life-enhancing card. It's a very encouraging card to have at this time. So your outlook and your attitude could be lifted at this time, and you could be really able to influence a great many people with your attitude and with your positivity. As I said, creativity can come in, and children may come in as well. It could also be that you are preparing, or you will be preparing for some kind of summer celebration. So wherever you are in the world, there could be some sort of celebration coming up for you in the summer months. And it could be a party or some kind of event that you're preparing for. It will involve a lot of people that you're close to at this time. Children may be involved as well. So it could be friends, family, something like that, some event which you could be sort of heading towards now. Or it could just be a summer event which is going to be very important for you. So very positive, very upbeat card, but it is very much about self-mastery and also leadership, and setting the tone for whatever it is that's going on in your sixth house. So it could be health, well-being related, lifestyle related. Perhaps you're influencing people. Perhaps you've been through the mill and you're now setting new precedents for yourself, and other people are noticing this and realizing that what you have done has actually worked for you and that they want to follow. Or it could be work related, something like that coming up for you at this time. The goddess guidance does back up the health aspect of it. Sulis, bodies of water. Spend time near water such as a lake, river, or the ocean to recharge your batteries. So it could be that you, if at all possible, that you can get to a water body of some kind, whatever it may be, whether it's a stream or a lake or a river or the sea, the ocean, or some sort of water body where you can spend some time in meditation, walking by the water, or just spending time there. And wherever it may be in your environment, get to a water body if you possibly can. If you can't, then enjoy salt baths, sea salt baths, the coarse sea salt, that's the rough sea salt, or salt, that is as close to nature as possible. You can get a 500 gram bag or half a kg, or whatever your measurement is, but a decent size. Put it in your bath water and just spend time in there, good 20 minutes. It will detox your aura. It will lift your aura, and it will actually do wonders for your body. So if that's the closest you can get, then do that. Or enjoy your showers, let the water run over you, and imagine that it's pulling all the, doing the detoxing on your behalf and so on. So it could also be that you may need to move to a body of water. As soon as the opportunity arises, then go, either on an extended vacation or a holiday of some sort, or to make plans to move now to a water body. Because it's going to be very helpful for you going forward. You're going to get a lot from it, and it's going to do wonders for your health and your well-being, which is highlighted because it is the sixth house. So it could be that you may need to relocate at some point to do work there. Perhaps you need to retreat periodically just to do your work. Perhaps you take inspiration from nature for your creativity and so on. So it's very important to do that and to look after your body at this time, and just get out as much as you can out of that element, the water element. The third house of interest for you is the seventh house, partners. So seventh house covers all your close personal one-on-one relationships. So this is normally a committed relationship, like a marriage or a committed partnership, or it could be a business partnership as well. And if you're not in either of those, then it will be another close personal relationship at this time. So this can be... the courts come in, the lower courts can also come in on this as well. So with the seventh house, everything to do with that, it's your involvement in that, or as I said, it could be that you are seeing this playing out in some other relationship of yours. So it could be relevant to them as well. Now, at the bottom of the astrological guidance is Neptune sacrifice. So the Neptune card has a great many aspects to it. Neptune rules Pisces. It also rules the 12th house normally. So all these aspects come in. So yes, sacrifice does come in. There is a certain element of that, but it's also is a great deal of other things to it. But because it's coming up connected to your 7th house, it could very well be that you are in a situation where you are in some sort of relationship, and the details or the aspects of this relationship are not clear to you right now. So there could be some sort of confusing circumstances going on, or it could be that things are just not clear right now. They're clouded at the moment. Now, this could be purposeful on behalf of the universe, or it could be just that this person that you're involved with is projecting that. Or you're just not meant to see right now exactly what is going on. But it can also make you quite subject to illusions of all kinds. So you could have a veil being drawn over you at this time, where you're just not seeing clearly, you're not understanding clearly, or you could be seeing enemies where there aren't any. All of these aspects come in, but you can be subject to illusions and fantasies, the rose-tinted spectacle syndrome. So just be careful that you are not falling prey to that. Assert your boundaries at this time, because with a Neptune card, sometimes you can lose your boundaries and you can end up being a bit of a doormat. So this is where, too much sacrifice comes in, where you just give your power over to somebody else. Don't allow that to happen. Assert your boundaries in the nicest possible way, but assert them nonetheless. It could also be that, you're just feeling a bit overwhelmed. You perhaps need to just rest up a little bit, spend time in contemplation, because the unconscious is very much ruled by this card. The 12th house is the house of the unconscious. So it could be that you're grappling with a great many things at this time. You're needing time to just rest and, get to grips with your own inner motivations and drives and so on, even your hidden motivations and drives. Or it could be that you're seeing this in the partner or the person that you're involved with at this time. So it could just be that some rest time and recuperation is required. It's also a very meditative card. Mysticism comes in, and so does mystery come in with this. It could be that you're meeting somebody or you're involved with somebody who could be the love of your life, or they could be somebody else who's not actually that good for you at all. So this is the duality of Neptune. So you need to be looking carefully, if you can, and being as clear as you possibly can at this time. And just ride it out, this situation, until things begin to clear, and you have some idea of what exactly is going on or what needs to be done going forward. So just bear that in mind. All these aspects come in. It's also a very it's also got a lot of mysticism to this, where you may be connecting to the divine. So you could be a little bit dreamy and otherworldly at this time. And you need to keep your feet on the ground. You need to stay grounded. You could be connecting to the universe at this time, getting downloads and so on, or just be really in a space of connecting to the divine in some way or shape or form. But it can make you a little bit dreamy and spaced out. So keep your feet on the ground. By all means, use your artistic creativity at this time, because that is what Neptune does. It does open those portals for you. It opens the portals to the divine, to the universe, and to all forms of artistic ability as well. So all of that may be coming in. It also rules the film industry. You could be meeting somebody from the film industry, or you could be involved in that in some way. So this is where the fantasy and the illusion and the what you create comes in as well. I'm going with this, but purely from a relationship point of view, is Green Tara, start delegating. So ask others, including me, to help you instead of trying to do everything by yourself. So It could be, as I said, with the first house card, with the Grand Cross Provoker, you could be doing an awful lot at this time, and you could just be feeling a little bit overwhelmed with the Neptune card. And you may just need to retreat and take a bit of time out periodically to rest. And this is where the bodies of water comes in, looking after your health and so on. So, even just sitting in the sun, as blatant as the sun card may be, it could be just a really literal translation. Spend time, spend time in the sun, soaking up the sun's energy and so on to regenerate, to recharge your batteries. So, and you may need to pull on other resources to help you at this time, whether this is your soul tribe, online for information or just support, or whether it's within your environment, your children or your partner or your business partner or some other close personal relationship. If you need help, ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help at this time. If you are feeling in a position where you're just not coping, or you have too many things going on and you need to prioritize at this time, which is what the Grand Cross card was telling you. So it could be that you need to ask your guides and your angels, whoever it is that you work with, to assist you at this time. Call them in to assist you at this time. It's very much relationship based, what is going on. And you could just, as I said, be feeling a bit overwhelmed, or you need clarity in order to navigate forward. So ask for support at this time. The bottom of the deck for the goddess cards is Sarasvati, the arts, express yourself through creative activities. This was echoed in the Neptune card, which is all about connecting to the divine and to your artistic abilities. And also you have the Sun Spirit card, which is also the card of creativity. And with the Grand Cross card coming up, this is about accessing, using all your talents and abilities at this time. So very much artistic or creative abilities are coming in. You don't necessarily have to be artistic to be creative. You can just be on a very much, we all use creativity every day. So harness that as much as you can. It could also be music based. Listen to music. Doesn't have to be mainstream. It can be whatever is right for you. It could be high vibrational music, whatever is right for you. Spend time listening to music and also enhancing yourself through your creative and artistic abilities. Tap into that to help you move forward and to enhance your well-being as much as you can. And this may also help you with your work-related projects as well.